Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Toon World Survival. So, on the past few episodes, what we have been doing is sort of prepping for the end game. Trying to prep an anti-sapper trap here, as you can see. And setting up some turrets for the non-sappers. Alright, so one thing I wanted to do is definitely trade with that pirate caravan. Yeah, I don't know why they would come to my little neck of the woods, but, yeah, they're in orbit. I hope to join them in orbit sometime soon. Looks like we are making simple meals. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's go back to butchering the bugs for meals. Not quite as tasty, but, well, they have an architect leg for sale. That's pretty cool. I don't seem to have any way to afford it. But let's see if I can't sell some stuff to maybe be able to afford it. What do I have oodles of? That's the real question. So let's take a quick look in the base. I have some wort, some beer. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna want that necessarily. Chem fuel. Yeah, I could sell some chem fuel. Let's follow you closer. That'd be a pretty nice thing to have heading into the end game. Another thing I'm going to need to do, aggro is going to need to do, more specifically, is to crank out a lot more shells than I currently have. Definitely going to go way above the shell requirements. We have yet to tame that boom rat. That will come. So what we were doing is sort of setting up this to be the bait area. I think I've done a pretty bang up job at that, but we'll see how that turns out. Why are we making kibble? Okay, we have enough kibble now. Alright. Come on. Back to making meals. Lavish meals. Wonderful, wonderful meals for us. Thank you. Alright, so the chem fuel is now... I can sell it. The reason why I feel safe selling chem fuel is I can always make fuel out of insect meat. I still have so many insects. So many dead insects over there. Alright, so let's go... Wrong direction. Let's go sell 500 of my chem fuel. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford this. Even ideally. Chem fuel just doesn't sell that well. They might buy my shells, actually. Who is standing around there? No one? Alright, 11, sorry, I'm going to have to send you. Because I could always make more shells. I mean, it's not ideal, but... architect limbs are pretty cool. Alright, so there's some more silver. I have a total... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get there. I don't think. Unless I part with a Doomsday Launcher. But it's a Doomsday Launcher. Why would I want to part with that? I could also sell that Go Juice. They won't even buy shells. Why would a pirate merchant not want to buy explosives? That I wonder. I guess they weren't looking to buy, I don't even know. Alright, so Butcher Creature, do until I have, let's say, 200. 200 insect meat should be enough. I don't want to start storing it up here. This here actually could be meat as well. It should be. And that way we'll start to haul it. Alright. Oh, electrical fault. Nothing happened. What's interesting is I don't even have a battery over here. Like, why is it even faulting? I don't even know. We don't store power. Alright, Poppy, I'm going to have to wake you up. Sorry about that. They will take my Go Juice. Kind of want the chocolate, though. Yeah. Guess I could part with flak vest and shield belt and miniguns. And sniper rifles. I mean, I can always make them, right? So, I will reluctantly part with that stuff, because I can manufacture it later on. This pirate merchant's probably going to leave before I even am able to do the trade. Hey, Poppy, back up. Yeah, no, that's a little beyond my ken. Janes, if you finish that grand statue somehow really miraculously fast, we could sell it. You know what I could do is actually get rid of the art I have and sell it and afford it. So that is what I will do. A sad day when we have to sell our own art, but you know. But that's why I make the art anyway. Alright, Poppy, I keep waking you up. You probably have so much disturbed sleep, it is disturbing. So, sell some art. Almost. I am very, 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 very close to being able to. There's still some more art on the map. The issue I have, of course, is how much time do I physically have for... Nope. Before these guys take off. Stormy, let's go. Oh, Cephalo's closer. Right, 1, 2, 3. There. Poppy! Waking you up again. Let's check her needs. Actually, she wasn't, she doesn't have too much interrupted sleep. That should be enough art to cover the cost of said leg. Yeah, it is. Fantastic. That was sort of a desperate trade there. Oh, come on. It's in the wrong zone. Alright. Poppy, where are you? There you are. Let's haul that in. And, then we can figure out who to toss that towards. I'm not actually sure. I haven't really decided. But it's a nice thing to have, as it will help out a lot. Right, when is my new batch of beer done? Oh, a few days. That's not too bad. Alright, so something I want to do. These are the fertilized eggs. So the curious thing is, will the boom rats eat the eggs? I don't know if what is in their diets. So let's check. They don't eat eggs? I don't think. So yeah, maybe it is actually fine to keep eggs in there. Some animals will eat eggs, some don't. And I don't think boom rats are set to eat eggs, which is good. Alright, I'm going to keep all of my kibble down here. So we'll just copy this and paste it on over. There we are. The pirate merchant's gone, but I'm up a leg, so, you know, good things. Alright, we still have that grand... Oh, wow, we almost would have finished the grand statue in time. It's a legendary grand statue. There is a curious lack of space in this corridor where I can put a grand statue that doesn't impede movement in some way. Alright, that's a masterwork stool, so that one is going to be installed. So, the, yeah. Where is that grand So this bad boy will sell to the next vendor at a very, very high price. But until then, it can don in our extended dining room for beauty. Yep, there's another boom rat. So, animals, you guys are going to get tamed up, ready to be released at moment's notice, my little kamikaze friends. Why I went for a statue and not... Oh, well, it's unbelievably impressive now in that dining room, so I guess there's your answer. But why I went for a statue and not another bed, I really couldn't tell you. I just made the decision. It wasn't really a calculated decision, such as it is. So we are definitely lower on marble than we were before. Yeah, I'll have to keep that in mind when... Yeah, just keep that in mind. And we're very, very low on steel. Would be very cool if we had a bulk goods trader come by or something like that. Alright, so smoke leaf joints I'm going to add to the tea storage. So it could just be as easily out there and then clear all the settings here. Alright, and this shelf will be available for something else. Will be available for uranium for these turrets. So we have a very low amount of regular components. I'm going to have to remedy that as well. And then we have some IED traps, incendiaries, and explosives that are definitely going to need to be moved around as well. So this all up here is granite. Yeah, there's not a marble mountain I can easily have access to that mining up wouldn't cause some sort of problem. Once I mine out this chunk here. Now we got raids. Not a real one. I'm okay with fake raids. Call them fake because they're really not going to do much harm to me. Well, I suppose I need to decide who gets the architect leg, right? So, Jane's he's got a minigun here. I'm probably going to give it to him. Miniguns, moving around with the minigun slows you down. So, giving him an architect leg will make him even faster. Then he's going to be really scary because he's going to be running around with a minigun at top speed. Well, this poor ship right here has a peg leg, and yeah, is already dead. Doesn't know it yet. That was a pretty lethal shot. There's just more torso damage. So, some things that I'm going to need to do. I'm planning on adding a whole bunch of... Oh. Well, we have a bunch of cannibals coming in, so... All but one of them is melee. All of them are melee. All of them are melee. Interesting. Well, ideally, I'd like to lure them to my kill box. So, they're not sappers. They don't have special tactics or anything like that. Jane's just lost consciousness due to the surgery. So these guys, what are they going to do? I'm sort of curious if I make myself available as a target over here. No, don't fight that turret. Go all the way around. I want them to go... Well, there's actually not a functional way for these guys to go all the way around. Okay, well, with that in mind... They're trying to come here, I think. Oh, maybe not. I'm not sure what they're doing. But I have to decide what I'm doing pretty soon. So here we go. I'm deciding here's a good place to hole up. I've got much better gear than they do. I don't know why you're here, Cefalu. Acid, how are you doing? You got pretty good stab there. Alright, so that group is leaving. This group's coming in. Semph was asleep the whole time. And then this one. So here's what I'm going to do. Cefalu, you are going to be human lure here. Seeing if I can't lure these guys north to the slug kill box. Yes. Okay, so this worked. We are luring them in here. Someone just triggered an IED somewhere. Shook the whole screen. Alright, come on. Now, they're forced in here, sort of one at a time. Nice choke point. So that turret survived. Who set off the IED? You clearly did. Now, actually, the IED works against the this trap here. So I would want to stop using IEDs. Why do you keep trying to stab Acid? Okay, so they are moving southbound. I don't really need those walls anymore. In fact, get rid of... Oh, yeah. What I am having Cefalu do is to close this door so no one uses the sap trap. Someone just walked into... Oh, yeah. The boss named Dead walked into my kill box and then walked out promptly. Alright, Acid, I am going to give you really shady medical care. Oh, this should be in limited radiation. That's funny. I'm definitely confusing this third group because Cefalu keeps moving around. Ooh, look at you with your big armor. This is totally just a... We're just meat processing here at this point. So I do have a bit of a blind spot there. I'm going to have to fix that. Oops, Stormy, don't know why you're taking off your shirt. So some of the rest of them are going up and around. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to not consume the dead body. I'm going to move this dead body so that the door can close. Everybody else is going to go up there because that's where they're heading. Okay, I did set that to close. Good. Acid, your arm is patched up. Stormy, I'm going to make you force wear that just for a moment. These poor enemies don't even know where to go. I haven't really established where I'm going to be. What I'm going to do is actually break that wall. And that will allow me a little bit more room. So, Cefalu, you're going to get there and break that wall. Alright, so I think, Tony, I'm going to have you deconstruct these walls as they are preventing people from shooting or whatnot. Right, for the moment, it's just 11, but then we'll make more room for other melees. And that's why I cracked into that that zone, that area there, is so that I could put another melee there. Alright, well, these guys are coming down. I'm going to flip the table, making additionally some more room. Man, they really don't know how or where to attack me. It's kind of funny. Alright, Tony, just hang out here. See if anyone comes to the kill box. Alright, Lovin's getting stabbed a little bit. And now they're all at, it's 100%, they're routed. Cool. Alright, I'm going to temporarily restrict, I'm going to restrict everybody to indoors. Acid. Take a look at your... Okay, you are over your dead child lover. That's what I'm going to call it. These guys brought a lot of silver with them, didn't they? Look at you guys, all rich and stuff, coming to my neighborhood. Cargo pods, but oh yeah, never gonna see the light of day. So this turret needs repair. All right, so medical tab, hired gun and aggro can go outside. They're not irradiated at all. And then aggro, I'm gonna send you to repair, because it is an irradiating task to stand there. We have a lot of steel weapons, too. Let's turn the crematorium on. All of the bodies that, that we can set on fire, I will forbid. These are really close to the door, so I'm going to maybe change that around. Well, our steel is recovering from 0. We're up to 300 or so. Alright, so medical tab. I don't think anyone but Stormy needs to be restricted here. Stormy's going to be a no-rads. Alright, that looks a little better there. Able to have 3 brawlers. And then if I really wanted to be smart, I would tunnel this off like this. And that, so that they can't shoot. It gives my brawlers a distinct advantage. But let's hope to not need this area much. I know, a little optimistic, but let's pretend. Alright, well, the mining brothers are doing good works. So another thing I'm going to want is a turret. So let's see. I'm going to add some walls here. I don't know how far out this mountainous overhang is, but I can remove some of the roof, actually, and I'm going to do that. The reason being, I don't want to support the extended roof, if I can help it. And that way we can get rid of some of these walls that are supporting the roof, because otherwise there'll be a roof cave-in or whatever. We don't need that. Alright, and no, I am particularly low on marble. How bad is it? We have 100 left? Alright. Solar flare! Cool. I'm going to harvest stuff that is harvestable early. Well, there's really not much to harvest anyway. Adding some people to the limited rad zones so that we can haul their stuff. Alright, the limited rad zones for where I put traps out there, those traps work against my ID trap. But I suppose I need to tell you why. So the reason why they work against is when someone gets set on fire, they break from the group. They sort of stop running, and this trap works when everyone's grouped up in one tight group. So that's why those two things work against one another. Okay, so I do need to support it a little further. So I'm going to build a wall like that. There. Something along those lines. It's funny that these are still humming with energy and yet can't work. Well, because of how overhead mountainy insulated we are not actually losing a whole lot of heat. It's not reached ambient, not even close. And we've been going inside and outside pretty regularly. But I would not be annoyed if the solar power ended the flare. Alright, so now this should be able to support the full mountain, and we'll be able to remove these, and that way they won't block line of sight for our turrets. That was this whole sort of idea to begin with. Alright, limited rads. And like magic, it is supported. Alright, so I'm going to clear home zones for that area there. I don't really care much for it. Floors smoothing out. Here, this turret still has line of sight on all this jazz. Everyone jump in to help. Alright, so these have a much better line of sight on anyone coming in. And in fact, I think what I'll end up doing is something like this, funneling them in so that they can't hide. They have to sort of come in this way. Something like... I should make this in granite, though. And that way, they're forced on a diagonal, and they don't have a lot of cover. Maybe I'll just have it be a straight diagonal. It's not as optimal, but it'll have to do. Yeah. And that way we're feeding them into our slug turrets. Kind of a weird way to do it, but if it works, you know. And then I would put sandbags here so they don't hug anything. It might offer them cover, but it will keep these walls alive longer. So somewhat irradiating task here, but one that will pay dividends when the in-game raids cometh. I'm just gonna have to watch for radiation. Alright, someone must be queued to go build that. Yep, Poppy was. The desire paths these guys take are really strange now. So one thing I think... No, I'm going to leave it like this. Smooth that out, I guess. That should be better. Now they're forced within the diagonal, and another thing I want to do is to give them... Oh, another raid. Preparing a wild raid for my outpost. Well, okay. Why is there... Oh, I put a dead body hauling stockpile there. We don't need that. It's a bug that's gonna rot. I'll just cremate them. It's probably easier than burning. They're really not that far away. Alright, checking medical tabs. Acid and aggro, I would say put on no rads, and everyone else is good. Good enough. Is he even going to make it to me? Hypothermia and radiation and a peg leg. You, sir, were set to fail. Let's turn my smelter back on, because now we have a bunch of these melee weapons. And turn on smelt weapon. We're going to smelt all melee weapons, because I don't have any of my own melee weapons on the ground. Oh man, this guy is barely going to make it to me. Got shot in the peg leg. Well, at least you don't feel it. He's taking more shots than I anticipated. He's dead now, but... Alright, so how's the barrel durability? We're about halfway down on those. That's good to know. Good to keep in mind. Okay. I need a place for the wort. Are we really that low on rice? I suppose we are. Alright, so that probably means I ought to back off of the lavish meals and start making 5 meals with the insect meat. because we use twice as much rice otherwise. I also might want to run... I'm going to do it. I'm going to run a rice grow on the secondary farm, just so that we supplement our lack of veg. Seems like the thing to do. Just to make sure I don't have any shortages or anything like that. So, I was going to add in some uranium turrets here. And that way we give would-be raiders something to shoot at, offering up a target to them that someone outside of the sort of slug turret range won't be able to see. So we'll get 2 turrets there. And then we'll sort of develop that area as time goes on. I don't actually foresee using that ever at all, so I'll turn that off. Getting through all those weapons. Poppy's making the turrets. All the corpses seem to be cleaned up, so we'll turn this off. Oh boy. Yikes. Alright, so Paddy Wagon, I'm going to put you out of your misery. You have a bad back and a messed up tail. But you will live on. I'm going to name this one Paddy 2. Paddy 2, the wagoning. Oh, apparently Paddy the Wagon is what you're going to be named. And then Dansu, you too are going to perish and become Danstu. Because I am great with names. Alright, Hendrik, I think I need to put you back into the cryo. So I'm going to go do that as well. Oh, doctor's care but no medicine? Yeah, let's fix that. Give you a little herbal. Get you ready for the long sleep. Alright, components look really, really, really bad. So let me lift my never make components queue. And have, well, aggro, finish tailoring whatever you're going to tailor. Alright. The male chick dies. Unfortunately, mimicking the way the egg industry works. Carry to crowd sleep. I don't want to end up with a scenario like I had last time where I had just way too many chickens that I deemed sort of unmanageable. And we're probably going to get boom rats like that too, because we have male and female pairs. Okay, so between smelting and mining, we got ourselves a pretty healthy amount of steel. They've been doing a really good job. Alright, so this turret can turn on and off. Good. Beautiful. These bedrooms are a little less impressive than they were before. You know, obviously because of the sale of those statues. I'm just sort of looking at my history. My colony wealth is pretty ridiculous. It means the endgame raids are going to be pretty rough. Alright, yeah. I'm glad I supplemented my, my food. So, lavish meals. is lavish and fine. Yeah, we'll keep them on that. I can use up the last of my lavish. That's alright. We do have this bionic leg to give to someone. I think I'm going to give it to aggro here. Alright, aggro rest. Stormy, do the rest. He's always running around doing stuff, so he'll get the double legs. So another thing I'm going to have to think about is how to source some marble. Because I don't have a lot of safe, close places to mine marble. That wouldn't also make me more sappable. So I'm going to have to think about that. Hey, look, we have some real meat. And then at some point, I'm going to have to decide when I start working on a reactor. Because honestly, that day is coming and coming fast. We're back to components. I would say probably... definitively, for me to feel good about a reactor would be when I have a healthy amount of advanced components and normal components stockpiled up, so that if I needed bionic parts, I could make them, and if I need to repair or replace things, I can do that. Basically, having enough surplus that I won't have shortages. I won't have unexpected emergency shortages. James, let's get you moving the drill. I know I have a lot of idle people. There just isn't a lot of work for them to do, sadly. I guess I can haul the bug corpses to better storage, I guess. Trying to condense the amount of space. Peace talks, no. I kind of like tribals trying to attack me. It's cute. I appreciate it. Copy settings. Phase settings. Bugs 2. Alright, this is called bug bodies, so I'll just put that in there. There's not much point to this. It makes the bugs a little bit closer to my stockpile. That's about it. Oh, hey, look, another one to tame. I guess what I need to do is actually shrink that door down, keep that closed, because it makes it a little easy for animals to come in and drink my stuff. In fact, are you high or drunk? No, you're not. So maybe you just warped in. Alright, Janes, I wanted you to move the drill so that you drill out there. My chem fuel supply is definitely lowering a bit. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Trapped underground. Shouldn't be. Yeah, we're regaining the our needs there. So another thing I was thinking about doing is having some slug turrets here as well. Yes, and I'm almost certainly going to do it because we can have 2 sections of wall and then slug turrets firing out of this area into this spot where we can maintain it. Really anywhere where I can maintain my turrets. So I was planning on putting some autocannons here as well, so that the autocannons are far more likely to get attacked than the slugs behind them. And maybe I'm not going to worry about cross explosions. I should Probably what I'll do is I'll end up spacing it so that we don't get sort of cross explosions. Yeah, I'm making a decent amount of chem fuel though. Well, guys, that's about all the time I have. So, tips, tricks, feedback for me, anything like that, drop me a line. And I hope you enjoyed this episode and me squishing all of those would-be attackers. And I'll catch you all later. Adios, friends.